They all involve an 8mm fisheye lens. This is a full-frame camera, so the first technique I'm going to show you is with the 8mm fisheye on the full-frame camera. The second and third technique will involve a crop camera, because not everybody has a full-frame camera. Now, as with most panoramic shooting techniques, you want to set your camera to manual mode. That is manual exposure, manual focus, and manual white balance. I set up the camera to roughly match the current lighting situations, which is quite dark actually. So I'm running at ISO 800, but not to worry. So the trick about the first technique, which is called the philopod pitch variation technique, is that you're actually not using a tripod. You want to be as fast as possible. But how can you rotate your camera around the nodal point without a tripod? Well, the trick here is that you attach the front of the camera. If the camera focuses, it focuses there. As you can see, there is a piece of string attached to the front of the lens. And at the end of that string, there is a coin, something just to weigh the string down. So this string and that piece on the bottom here is going to help me keep reference, keep the camera in the same spot as I turn around to take the different pictures. So let's start. The idea of the philopod pitch variation technique on a full frame camera is that you take 4 pictures, one in each direction, and that you're varying the pitch slightly up and down between shots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unfold my string. I'm going to hang it above the same spot on the ground, and I'm not so much going to look at the camera. I'm more going to look at the string and the coin so that it stays above the same point on the ground. At the moment I have the camera tilted slightly down, so I'm going to take the first picture here. Then I'm going to turn 90 degrees, tilt the camera slightly up, keep the coin above the same spot on the ground, take the second picture. Same thing, tilting the camera slightly down again, I'm going to take another picture. And then the last of the 4 pictures, I'm going to point the camera slightly up again and take another picture. There we go. That's it. If I didn't talk that much, I would have done this in less than 20 seconds. And as I will show you in the second part of this tutorial, I will have a fully spherical panorama with no tripod in it. So what do you do if you don't have a full frame camera but a crop camera like this one here? Well, I'm still using the same fisheye lens, and I'm also going to take 4 pictures. However, I'm going to take an additional 2 pictures, one up and one down. But the idea remains the same. Again, with the string hanging about the same point on the ground, I'm going to take 4 pictures. This time, however, I'm going to keep the camera straight, so just pointing straight at the horizon level. So use image number 1, number 2, number 3, 4. Now, carefully tilting the camera upwards, trying to keep it steady above the same point, I take 1 picture up, and then taking the cabling away, trying to stay above the same spot. I'm going to take 1 picture down. That's it. Now we have taken 6 pictures. Again, if I wasn't babbling on that much, I could have done this in less than 20 seconds again. Now, if I am inside a dark room or a cathedral or something and I can't use the string technique because the exposure times would be too long, I'm going to use a tripod. So just for completeness sake, I'm going to show you how to use a tripod and a panoramic head.